So what is up, guys? Welcome back to today's video. In today's video, I'm doing my lighting setup kind of tour, I guess you could say. I'm also gonna give you guys some tips on how to light your videos. I use two super cheap $25 lights, and in total it cost me around $50. So I have a two light setup. I have one right here, right, that's laying on my face, and I have one right there, and that's the only lights I use for these kind of videos. That's the only lights I think I ever need. I have a foam board right here on the left side of me because that bounces the light from here and bounces it to my face so it's not as dark. And if I were to show you guys what it looked like without the soft or the foam, it would look almost completely dark on this side. So I use that just for a bit of fill, if you will. And I use that light right there obviously for the edge light, or the quote unquote rim light that basically separates me from the background. So you got a little my shoulder, around my head, and around my other side of the shoulder. And it's really a simple setup, and it's really cheap and effective, and in my opinion it just looks good on video. Now, I'm not saying this is the best looking setup, of course. This is an excellent option for $50 lights. I picked this light because it was big enough that, you know, the bigger the source, the softer the light, and it had a long cord, which is always needed for recording YouTube videos. Now, I chose this specific light because it had, not only was it super cheap at about $25, it was also bi-color, meaning I can switch it from blue to orange. I have it set to about 3300 Kelvin, and as you can see, it's kind of warm. It goes from 0 to 100%. I'm sorry, it goes from 20 to 100%, so it's got plenty of range for dimness and brightness, and just all around a great light. Now, it's kind of destroyed. Almost all the 1/4-inch screw mounts are completely destroyed by me knocking them off when I'm playing VR, or just having people over and playing VR and just sucker punching the hell out of that thing. And I have one more 1/4-inch screw adapter on there, and that is it. But honestly, I think it's still a great light. It is very durable, and it's very, very compact. You can have it with a battery, but I have it plugged in just because for me, having things plugged in is more reliable, so I don't have to worry about charging stuff and having stuff dying you in mid recording, which always is a big downer. And I have the light set directly behind me on a regular pole that you can get from Amazon for, like, I think they come actually with these right here, these big soft boxes that you find. And most of the time they come with these big soft boxes, and I just happen to have an extra pair, and so I just screwed that thing on, and I have it mounted, and it just looks really, really good. What I do like about this is when I move my head a little bit, kind of peeks through, kind of like a sunrise kind of thing. When you have the sun peeking right through the trees, you can kind of see the glare, if you will, and it just gives it a warm effect, I think. And now, of course, the most important thing about lighting is positioning the light. I have the light positioned about a 45-degree angle for me, and the camera is like literally right here. Kind of gives me the quote-unquote Rembrandt lighting effect, where I have like a little bit triangle on my cheekbone. And I have, like I said, I have the light separating me from the background. I have this bouncer because without this bouncer or this light foam, it would be completely dark on my face. So there is a saying in the YouTube/movie universe, if you will, lighting is half of your video. If you have bad lighting, viewers are a lot less likely to watch to the end. So that is why I recommend you sticking with some sort of soft box, so it can soften your face a little bit. Let me show you guys what it looks like with just these studio lights on. Okay, this is what it looks like with just the studio lights, and it looks absolutely like garbage. It looks terrible. I actually do not recommend using your house lights or your studio lights as your main key light, because obviously it looks terrible. It creates harsh shadows on your face, and if you wear glasses, it makes it even worse because it creates these weird light reflections underneath your eyes, and it just not look. It doesn't look pleasing. So let me turn the other lights back on. That is much better in my opinion. It is 100 times better than the studio lights, and I'm actually surprised that I don't see many YouTubers using the light behind them rather than on the side. Like, let me just show you real quick. Like this is one of the most popular things that you'll see on YouTube, is the light off to the right and your other LED light off to your left, or vice versa. And this isn't a bad look, but for me personally, I much prefer the look of this, where it illuminates the hair and my shoulders. It kind of creates a separation between me and the background, like I said, and it just makes it feel like a more cinematic video overall, in my opinion. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Remember to like and subscribe and comment down below if you guys are gonna be picking up these lights or lights that are similar for your YouTube setup or your studio or just whatever. And comment down below. And remember to virtually eye check yourself. Peace.